Okay guys, today I'm going to speak to you a little bit about Twitter and what the implications for you and your business are. Now obviously Twitter is gaining a lot of momentum within the social media spectrum, and it's becoming increasingly important for you to know how to use Twitter and how to do business with Twitter. So I just want to address where Twitter is now and where you can take it and how you can build your business with Twitter. Now, in terms of, it's really the fastest growing social media site out there, and the reason for that is there is a lot of exposure going on for Twitter. There's celebrities that are having follower races to a million followers. There's radio stations and news networks and TV shows that are talking about Twitter and promoting their Twitter sites on there so that they can get follows as well. Now, I guess firstly, Twitter has that aura about it that it's just there to speak to people about what you're having for breakfast or what you're doing today or something like that. But really, you can use this tool very effectively for your business. And I'm going to give you some hints and tips today that is going to help you to understand what we're trying to achieve and what you can achieve through social media marketing on Twitter. Now obviously with Twitter you're limited to the number of characters that you can have there, so you're going to want to maximize everything that you do want to put in there, and everything's going to want to be an effective way of communicating to people. So what I tend to do is focus on your mass communication and also your one-to-one communication. So your one-to-one communication is your @replies and direct messages. So what you want to do here is basically start communicating with people, start asking them questions, finding out about them, and basically just developing a bit of rapport with them. So that's really the key that you want to focus on there with that one-to-one communication, is really just building a relationship. Once you've started to build that relationship, people will begin to go to the link that's in your bio. So you want to make that a good link as well, and a link that's going to show someone where they can find more information about you and what you do. Another key point is having a good 3-line or 4-line bio about yourself. You want to personalize this, put a bit of personality behind your bio so that people can really begin to relate with you and see where you're at and begin to communicate with you from that perspective as well, and want to find more out about you. So beyond that one-to-one communication and the general setup, we've got mass communication. Now this is what's going to appeal to your overall market. You're going to get retweets, follow Fridays, all that sort of thing. So you want to start creating value for your followers. You want to become a resource for your followers. So there's different sorts of information you can begin to post there, so that you can begin to start asking people questions on a global scale. So you might ask them, what is the most effective Twitter method that you've come across? So once you ask that question, you might start getting replies then, and then you can start establishing a relationship with people beyond that. There's also empowering content. So what I like to do is just have a couple of quotes every now and again that just empowers people and gets people thinking about them and their business. And beyond that, there's really informative information. So information that's going to help your target market to move their business to the next level, or whatever that might be. So you might send them to a resource about social media marketing. You might write a blog post. So this is where you're driving people towards your blog. But you don't want to do this all the time. You just want to do this some of the time. But ultimately, the information that you provide there is going to be a combination between your information and other people's information, so people can see you as a resource. So that's really the key places to start with your Twitter marketing. So I'm going to leave you there today, but I'm going to speak to you more about in-depth Twitter